Hello, welcome to Life Series with Maris. If you're new, welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for stopping by. So today we are going to talk about one of the most important thing, like nowadays, watu kitu yenye inawasumbua, like not even nowadays, every day. These are the things that we have to apply on a day-to-day life. So one of them is shelter, clothing, and food, right? So when we talk about these things, some people, they work only for one thing, nguo na chakula. Unasahau, you can't, like, huwezi ishi kwa kibanda and all do that. So 2 years ago, like, I made a plan on how I'm going to save up to get a place that I can call mine. Kila mtu anataka kukuwa na mali penye anaweza call place yangu, si ndio? So I want to tell you what I did so that to a point that I managed to buy a place that I can call mine, that is a land. And these are the things that I did. One thing that I did to be able to save up is that I got a job. It's not like I was getting a lot of money. Like, even if you're getting 20,000 is enough to get you something. All you need to do is be focused and pray about what you want to do. So the first thing that I did, I personally am a spender. I spend a lot of money. So the first thing that I did when I got a job is that I got into a circle. Back in 2018, I got into a circle. So for the people who don't know how the circles apply, if you save 20,000, they give you, like, they can give you a loan up to 60,000. So if you save 30,000, they can give you a loan up to 90,000. So I got into a circle and I used to save like even 500. Most circles you can save 200. I think the least you can save, I don't know if it's all circles, but the least circle that the least amount of money you can save in a circle is like 200. You save like 200 per week or 1,000 per month. So I got into a circle and I was saving 1,500. It was depending on how I was getting money, because still I was hawking. I was working as a hawker. I was working in theater. So that is what I used to do. Another thing that I did is that I did set long-term and short-term goals. So the long-term and the short-term goals, it went down like with the same with the, like, kama chama, I had a chama and I had a circle. So the chama ilikuwa ya short-term goals, and then sasa like long-term goal ndio nilieka a circle. And another thing I did, I opened a fixed account. So this is what I used to do. I used to take my amount of money, so pesa yangu, at that time I was paying rent, so I was like paying rent. So nikitoa rent, I had to make sure that nilienda an affordable house that at that point ningeza ku afford. So nilikuwa nalipa rent, and then nika calculate. Another thing that I did, nikakuwa na fixed account. So I was like, in a month nilikuwa naeka like 2,000, sometimes 3,000. And then in a circle I used to save every week. I used to put 500, and then chama ilikuwa for a short term. So if 500 ilikuwa ya kulipa vitu kama kununua vitu kwa nyumba, vitu kama credit and all that. I used to buy data monthly because I was using Wi-Fi. So that is one thing that I saved, because nowadays unatumia credit sana. So I realized I'm using credit so much. So what I basically did, nilieka Wi-Fi so that I can be paying 1,000 per month. Another thing that nilireduce, nilieka dreadlocks. Of course, I know si kila mtu anaweza eka locks. So nilieka locks because I realized nilikuwa naenda salon after 2 weeks ama 3 weeks na nina spend a lot of money. So nilieka dreadlocks so that nikiretouch, hata nikibomoa naweza ziosha na nashika hapa juu. So that is what I did. Another thing, niliavoid kwenda shopping na kwenda out. Kama ni kwa mall naenda, ama place najua nitanunua nguo, napenda kubai manguo sana. So nilikuwa naenda kwa mall, naenda nanunua manguo. So nika-avoid. Na kana naenda kwa mall, I used to make sure nimebeba like hata kama ni 500, so that I will not be able to buy a lot of the things that I don't need at the moment. So another thing I also reduced is that I used to track my finances. I used to track my like vile na spend pesa. I used to write it down so that by the end of the month nitajua ile pesa nimetumia vizuri na ile nimeharibu. And another thing that I did, I was really disciplined when it came to finances. Nilikuwa na make sure kama like ile target yangu, nilikuwa focused on what I want. Then I avoided the friends wenye wananiambia, Maris, tomorrow tunaenda place fulani, so I just go. So I avoided those kind of friends wenye wanafanya, cause plan tu inatokea anytime and I will just wake up. So I kept my focus, and this is something that I sat down and I prayed. I wrote it down and then I prayed about it. And then another thing that I avoided was to buy makeup. I used to buy so much makeup. I used to do body scrub, I used to do facial, I used to do all these things. So what I basically did, badala ya kwenda kwa salon kufanya hizo vitu, nilibuy my skin product. I used to scrub myself. I bought those soaps and all that. Another thing that I did, nikabuy Cutex, I bought henna, I bought all those things zenye nilikuwa naenda kufanya kwa salon, and I bought like vitu za like 1500 za kufanya hizo vitu zote, and I survived with it like for 7 months. Like 7 months unatumia hizo product, and if I'm going to the spa, I will use like 3000 like after 3 weeks. I used to do body scrub, so 3 weeks natumia. So I reduced all those things. Then food, I used to buy food like monthly. Kama ni unga na buy unga like ya mwezi moja, kama ni rice na nunua mingi, kama ni salt, everything na buy zikiwa mingi. So what I used to do with short term amount ni ya chama and all that, ni ya chama. So chama I used to, ilikuwa merry-go-round, so I knew every end month napata 3000. So that 3000, that is what I will use to do the things that I urgently need. And then I had to nikafungua NHIF for medical and all that. And then sasa in a circle I used to save for like long term stuff, like maybe buy all that. So by the end of when I was like my savings for 1 year and 8 months, nilikuwa nimefikisha pesa, and I went to the bank, I got a loan, and I added to my savings that I got in the circle, and that is what I did. And at that point I told my dad natafuta plot, and akapata. So actually the money was very little, so what I did, niliomba loan from my dad, akanipatia, and now I have paid like hiyo pesa nimelipa. It is like in a circle monthly I pay like 1500. I pay 1500, like hiyo siwezi kosa, and I already have a property at this point. So that is what I did. All you need to do is that track your finances. Avoid the things zenye zinafanya una waste pesa sana. Avoid all those things as much as possible to ensure that you will be able. And the final thing that I'm going to tell you is that know what you want. Isifike hiyo siku, then like target, like for 2 years I want to buy this. So like pray for it so that kitu isikam in between, so that you can change your mind. So pray for it. That is the last thing I can tell you. And let it, like in as much as we plan all these things, we all put all those things in God's hands, like to control all hizo vitu. God will prevail. So I think that is what you have to apply so that you can do that. There are so much of them. Talk to the people who have done finances, or talk to the people who sell property. There are so many companies that they are selling houses. Unaweza, kama your target is to buy a house, you can pay in installment. There are so many companies that is gonna work with that. Example, Mizizi House, there is Wiston House, there is Almond Estate. They are also selling lands and all that, and they are very affordable to see. So thank you guys for watching. It has been amazing talking to you guys about this. If you have a question, kindly go to the comment section and ask, and I will be able to do a video or get back to you. So you have been watching Life Series with Mary. So until next time, bye bye.
In love with me, Mary.